The tail of tape for the catchweight fight, 88 keys, as we mentioned, the 45-year-old, of course, the 16 years younger, STOIMENOV against CHORCHYP, 9-7, the veteran, the kickboxing veteran, going to 4-ounce gloves. Nearly identical in height at 181 against STOIMENOV, 180. STOIMENOV making his debut, the heaviest he has ever fought in his entire martial arts career. STOIMENOV in the blue corner, CHORCHYP in the red. CHORCHYP making the comeback after the FFC days. And it's STOIMENOV with the early chase, a lot of pressure, and there's an offsides play. STOIMENOV forced to go to the neutral corner. We'll have up to 5 minutes here. That was probably not the first exchange either camp expected.
But that's the K1 background I was speaking about with CHORCHYP. He often finishes with a kick, which is good kind of etiquette with regards to K1 fighters. It disallows the opponent to respond, chops the lead leg down, but I think he just went a little bit too south of the border with that one.
STOIMENOV says it's all good. Nobody wanted a delay. Tomislav Novosel says time on. Both corners right back in the center of the cage. A good heavy kick there lands. CHORCHYP on the back foot. STOIMENOV just chasing with heavy, heavy, heavy punches. Loves a good overhand right to a left hook to STOIMENOV. The early recipe certainly being displayed here. CHORCHYP circles off, looks to counter with a switch kick to the body, goes again. Awkward footwork, crossing the feet here is CHORCHYP, and STOIMENOV just in full chase mode. Oh! Big left hook. Will it be ruled a knockdown? Referee says no. That was a heavy connection there. And neither fighter looking to waste a second here.
This is what STOIMENOV does best, put pressure on, land heavy shots. And we've got to see CHORCHYP use footwork to vacate. If he can't vacate, he's got to use the clinch just like that to nullify these power punches close range from STOIMENOV.
CHORCHYP trying to gain some control of this fight, but STOIMENOV, the early aggressor. STOIMENOV inching forward, half steps. Nods his head as if to say, I can go. CHORCHYP not taking the bait here. CHORCHYP swing and a miss, goes to a left. Tried to charge that left hook with a kick. Caught and replied by STOIMENOV. STOIMENOV here tying up on the inside, and with those 4-ounce gloves, the punches can come from odd angles. It is a different sport.
Yeah, it can sneak around the guard. Even if you pull the hands up really tight, those little 4-ounce gloves can just touch behind the ear.
And a big question coming into this had to be from CHORCHYP, will the counter-punching open up against the pressure, that experience as a veteran kickboxing fighter against STOIMENOV, who certainly has a habit of lunging in the MMA game. STOIMENOV eats a front leg side kick. Good shuffle to the left here from CHORCHYP. STOIMENOV just windmilling the arms, trying to find headspace. STOIMENOV inching forward once again, looking, gauging. CHORCHYP on the retreat. STOIMENOV swings again. Haymaker, haymaker, haymaker from STOIMENOV. Left, right, left. Goes to the body, goes to the head. Under 20 seconds here. CHORCHYP covers up.
STOIMENOV has serious power if he touches you. I'd like to see him use the uppercut from that close range position. Maybe the need to pull the guard down here of CHORCHYP.
10-second clapper, and STOIMENOV certainly having things his way here. But CHORCHYP not out of the fight. Visibly the bigger fighter in the cage. And it's a touch of gloves at the front end of 5 minutes and a touch of gloves at the end. Thoughts on that?
Well, as we expected, STOIMENOV pressuring forward, landing the power shots. We expected more footwork from CHORCHYP, really. He's kind of like holding back a little bit, I feel, and he's looking for the counter shot. But the trouble is, if you allow your opponent to fire 2 shots, 4 shots can come after. That's what we're seeing from STOIMENOV. So CHORCHYP on the circular motion, he's got to set up the angle and try and counter as STOIMENOV moves or comes into range.
STOIMENOV here on the replay, lunging in. There was the inside kick that went low. And it was that good old 45 chopping up. Unfortunate. And STOIMENOV's weapon of choice on the inside, that overhand right to a left hook. But there was some good disruption, I think, and some potential counters unfolding here from CHORCHYP. There, STOIMENOV catches a kick. And the dirty boxing. A lot of energy, a great deal of inertia coming from STOIMENOV with those punches. 2 of 3 here, 3 minutes on the clock, a potential 9 minutes of action. This is Ultimate Kickboxing.
See from the stats there, a lot more kicks from CHORCHYP, but I believe that is his poison. Every time he's thrown a kick, he's done some damage to the left side of the body of STOIMENOV, but every time he throws a kick, he gets rushed, or the kick gets caught and he gets cracked with a heavy shot.
STOIMENOV pressing forward here. STOIMENOV continuing that frontal assault. It looked like there might have been a low blow. There's a protest here from CHORCHYP. STOIMENOV punching. Has been sent to the neutral corner. Will it be counted as a knockdown? Yes, it will. The referee has stepped in. It might have been an injury. Oh, what a way it would have been for CHORCHYP to come in, the veteran in the shape of his life, to go out on an injury, and the referee has waved this fight off. It'll be a TKO. Unfortunate circumstances here for CHORCHYP, but STOIMENOV is pumped to the max.
Well, that was the perfect game plan from STOIMENOV. Pressured the older athlete, shut down the space, responded to every kick with damage. An unfortunate end, of course, as you said, with regards to the injury from CHORCHYP, but STOIMENOV fought a perfect fight. He even rocked CHORCHYP there, close range, put the pressure on him. He's known for his toughness, his aggressive pressure and power. We saw evidence of that tonight.
STOIMENOV raises the arm of Denis CHORCHYP. There was certainly plenty of respect here coming into this fight. STOIMENOV preparing for months for his kickboxing debut. He had good notice, as did CHORCHYP. Let's take a look at the replay here. STOIMENOV circling on the outside, switching up, charging off that kick, a 1-2 as he comes forward. And here's where the injury happened. It looked like it happened as he moved away from the fence, and CHORCHYP protesting here. Possibly an injury there to the foot, possibly the ankle. At the end of the day, it's STOIMENOV by a TKO, who goes 1-0 in kickboxing. CHORCHYP will fall to 9-8. The Samurai Gym, of course, the home fighter here in Slovenia. And we await the formalities here as the 29-year-old STOIMENOV from Bulgaria, the shorter fighter, the smaller fighter here, has begun his run in Ultimate Kickboxing. We'll see where it takes him from here, but for now, the formalities. Here's the announcement.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the end comes. The end comes in round number 2 after 54 seconds. Your winner by way of knockout,